Oh boy. Let's get some music going. Let's get that detail as sharp as we can. Is that sharp enough? Let me full screen this to find out. Can we get it sharper? That's about as sharp as it gets, unfortunately. But I can make that work. Let me re-window this. There we go. That's a 1/2 mil. That's a 3.5. I have more than that. Come on. This is supposed to be a 0.8. Oh, come on. Oh boy. Give me back my pencil! There we go. There's my brush pen. There's the 0.35. This is the 0.5. What line does this make? Oh, but it's my good pen. Whoa. That's not right. Nope. That didn't exactly work. Alright then, where's my scale? It's in my lap. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes I drew last time. Let's try this time. Head to the study window. We were in the middle of the DrawABox lessons. That music balance looks a little loud. That ought to do it. Let me turn it up in my ears so I can hear it. Well, that might not be loud enough. There we are. There we go. And pop out the chat so I can read it. There. Alright, let's use my fancy pens. back vertical edge. Draw some more. Aim to draw 5 or 6 in each frame. Once you're finished drawing all the boxes in the frame, you can optionally decide to fill one face on each box with hatching. If you choose to do this, however, it's extremely important that you not do so sloppily. Anything you choose to put time into deserves your full attention and care. Factor which boxes are in front and which are behind. The main purpose of this exercise. Okay, well, let's warm up by doing the hatching. Taste the feeling in your brain. You need to be able to feel the marks. Oh, one side of all of them. I see. Gotcha. Oops. My mind slipped and my hand with it. Slip of the hand, and I'm off to dreamland. Focus is a skill, and it needs to be practiced. Glad I checked myself. like boxes. The big fat bricks have presents. There's one I've missed. It doesn't seem obvious at first. Part of me wants to open the window. It was a little warm in here. Hmm. Let's try looking at the boxes from underneath. Put the vanishing horizon a little higher up. I'll make some vertical lines. Some that cross the horizon. Some that just barely cross the horizon. Some that don't cross the horizon. There we are. Wait, why did I draw a line? Make this a narrow sliver this way. And more of a block going this way. Oh, excuse me. Damn, this thing will make some sharp lines. Right there. Very interesting. looks like the intersection between these two is right there. So it's just a little off. Grand shame, too. That wasn't quite right. Man, oh man. It's gonna be rainy tomorrow, too. If I wasn't working, it'd be a nice chill day. A day to relax. Let me trace that line again. There we go. Much better. Looks like I've got the back ones. Now to try the front. I made almost a cube, not quite. I blocked it with my head. No, that doesn't start till about there. That's good. So, there. Wow. Here, I thought my camera angle sucked. Ding. And the one back here is way off angle. So let's make like a good student and find out where our mistake came from. That line's too high, which would push the corner further that way. But that would mean that this line's too low, and that's not true. It should be more like this. Wait, that just curved. Huh. Is chat disconnected? No, there's no way. Oh God. Man, this happens every time. Huh. Well, got that fixed at least. Is it because these lines aren't vertical? Is that what's going wrong? That was a good one. It's to teach you how to work with a straight edge. Teaching you that where the pen lands is not always where the straight edge is. There we go. So the intersection between that line and that line is there. And the intersection here is obvious. This one almost turned out right. But they always bend to the left. Not as bad this time. Not nearly as bad. We're up to 3 now, I think. This corner's almost on the vanishing point, or the horizon. Whoops. Bit of a struggle here. Vertical from here is right there. And then from here points right up to there. Now let's make those lines. Oh, I hit the wrong line. That's the point right there. I only just realized how ironic something was when I saw it. That is not the line. I think this exercise, if nothing else, is supposed to illustrate just how sensitive everything is. How sensitive your marks for perspective can be. The slightest twinge or twitch, or the failure to adjust for kerf in any direction. Ugh. Yeah, I think I landed that one short. What a shame. Oops. Well, that didn't work right. That's better. Let's see if I can find this intersection. Come on. Huh, this one curved to the right. Or bent to the right, I should say. Assuming I did this right. Well, that's number 4. Let's go for box number 5. Oh, come on now. There we go. Got that fixed. Now we just pick some points. Say here and here. And then here and here. Gotta be vertical. Come on. There we go. Let's get the hard ones out of the way. There we are. That wasn't so bad. Got that one. Hey, Comfy-sama. What is this supposed to teach us again? Before I ask what I'm supposed to be learning, let me ask myself what I can learn from this. In the immediate, the short term. I did it out of order. Let's trust the lines, trust the process. That is a goddamned box. My. Whoops. Introduce students to the idea of working with vanishing points and how they're employed in relation to the objects we draw. In addition to this, it also serves as an introduction to something you'll be facing a great deal throughout this course, having a lot of lines present on the page and having to sort through them. This aspect will definitely be very difficult for students initially, but I guarantee you it gets easier the more you do it. I have students who, though they struggled initially here, upon reaching lesson 6 were putting together absolute forests of perspective lines to construct very complex objects with extreme precision. So try not to feel discouraged if you find it challenging right now. We take courses to get better at the things that we're not good at, so having difficulty with something that is objectively difficult is only natural. I suppose that's true. Two filled pages of the rough perspective exercise. Alright. Draw your frames. Draw your horizon and one vanishing point. Well, let's start with the frames. Those need to be correct, after all. This is an 8x11 sheet of paper. So 8-inch wide frames. 11 inches. It's not easy to cut into 3 equal pieces. 12 would be. 12 would end up being 4, so let's go 3 2/3 in each direction. And I'm glad this ruler, this scale, is actually marked with decimal inches instead of fractional. So I can go 3.666, there we go. And then 234.666, there we are. There's that one. And got that one. 3 point... I'm sorry. I think I mistook something here. There we go. I did it right. I was second guessing myself there. Alright, 3.666, there we go. And then 234.66. Get down to about 1/100th of an inch with this thing. Not reliably, of course. Oh, let's... Yeah, we want to cut ourselves a margin each direction. Hang on. Halfway. Halfway between the black and gray is no place for my life to waste away. Good old Starlight Brigade. Okay. Well, and of course we're supposed to have a margin on each side. Let's see if I can guesstimate these pretty accurately. These about square, perhaps? Not even close. There's a certain hard-ass charm that comes from an art teacher with the name Uncomfortable. Somehow I love that. Ah! Ah! Alright, Draw your horizon and a single vanishing point. Do this using the ghosting method, meaning plot all 4 points, focusing primarily on keeping them aligned with one another. Keep in mind we're going for a rectangle here, not a square, so your proportions don't matter. With your points plotted out, go through the preparation and execution phases of the ghosting method to connect them with confident edges. Remember that the ghosting method is all about breaking the process into steps, so your final execution can focus on being confident rather than worrying about accuracy. This may of course lead to your lines going a little off track, but that is of course entirely okay, and simply something that you'll have to get better at with practice, as I'm admittedly rusty from spending most of my time teaching rather than drawing. Ha ha ha. How many pages is this? 2 of these, he said. Alright. Let's put in a horizon line. And a point for vanishing. We need to be hyper attentive to everything we do, how things need to be drawn so you can focus on what it is that you're drawing, thus maximizing the time you spend in the flow state where you're most creative. We need to be hyper attentive to everything we do throughout this course in order to rewire our brain's approach to drawing in general. Alright, draw a rectangle. Whoops. What? Time to break out the glove. Oh. That works. Place one of the box's back corners. You're not allowed to draw lines all the way back to the vanishing point. This is going to take a great deal of estimation, which is why it's called the rough perspective exercise. He says draw one of the back corners, huh? Ah, I see. But we have to get it on the line. Not exactly, of course, but just to get it there. You can ghost with your pen between the vanishing point and the front corner of your box to get a sense of the path between them. Place a point somewhere on that path. The moment you stop ghosting, our recollection of that path and its orientation immediately starts to fade. But if we rush to place the point, we're also prone to being sloppy or making a mistake. So it's a tug-of-war between not taking so long that you lose track of the path and not being so quick that you get sloppy. As with all things, you'll get the rhythm of it with practice. Gotcha. Place the other 3 back corners. Gotcha. There we go. Draw the missing edges from point to point using the ghosting method. Oops. Yeesh. Huh. Wow. Fill the rest of the frame. Draw another 4 or 5 to fill out the frame. Ah, I see. By looking at the points where these lines do hit the vanishing point, we see just how far off we were. Do hit the horizon, is what it should say. We can identify patterns of behavior where these margins of error tend to be greater. A common one, which you can see, is that further outside of the box is, the further from the vanishing point its edges are. For these boxes, we need to consciously push ourselves to exaggerate their orientation, pushing those edges to turn more towards the vanishing point than we think they actually need. Based on corners. Our line extensions would follow along the edge we've drawn and simultaneously pass through both of the corners on either end of the edge. But this is not a perfect world, and we make mistakes resulting in the line we draw not necessarily connecting with those 2 points perfectly. This begs the question, in such a case, do we draw our line extensions so they pass through the corners, in effect testing our intent, or do we extend the edge that was drawn to test our execution? The answer is both are acceptable and both have their own advantages. What matters most is that you don't mix and match within the same frame. You can try different ones between different frames of this exercise, or you can just stick to whichever one you feel most comfortable with through the whole exercise. So it seems the orientation of my points is most difficult. So I'm going to start with that. That orienting the points is what I struggled with. Getting the line straight and pointed in the right direction wasn't really that big a challenge. And ghosting my lines in. Meanwhile, looks like comfy didn't overlap anything really. So let's draw a point and make an rectangle. I biffed that one a little bit. Alright, let's draw our first corner, coming toward the vanishing point. This is going to be a weird one. I'd like you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. If that's the case, let's do this. I forgot how the steps go. Okay, we do draw the rectangle itself first. draw the missing edges. Wow. Whoops. Ah, seems my execution is lacking. Was not a straight line. Ah! There we go. Mm. Hmm. Yo. Ghosting method from the shoulder. Oh, that is my back. come on. There we go. I was about to say. Oh. I could tell that's off a little bit, but it's all right. Let me try planning for a mark I can't see. Did I hit it? Probably shat. I just overshot it a little. Not bad. Oh, sliced it. Yep, there we go. Okie dokie. Oh, please. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely a miss, but that's fine. Ah, messed up. That's more like it. Well, actually. Oh, that's about right. Nice. Man, I've been streaming for an hour. Maybe I should try and quicken up just a little bit. This is rough perspective after all. Let's get me a vanishing point on an horizon. Get that there vanishing point. And get another one a little higher up this time. Try a different form of perspective. Let's do the tracing thing first so I can show you guys what that looks like on screen. extended by points, specifically. So the points that I made extend their lines, connecting them to the horizon, see where they land. Can't make good lines without good points. Seems like the point was there. That was that point, this was this point. Yerp. Point, point. Yeah. Whoops. Went past the horizon there, I lost focus. There we are. But these two. Damn near hit the vanishing point on that one. There's that point. There it is. Huh. What the hell happened here? Yikes. Oh. Ow. Who else is watching? You want to drop in chat? Nice of you to tune in. Not sure who it is, and you're probably sleeping. That's perfectly okay. We all need a break. I know I will at some time or another, without a doubt. I've always wanted to be good at this. Not drawing boxes, but just drawing. Oops, that's not the points. That's the points. Missed the vanishing point, but not by much. Point and point makes that line. Yeah, that was some garbage. Damn. All right. Let me go grab some water, and then we'll try again. Be right back, everybody. Alright, I'm back. Snack some chips. Oh. Damn. Alright. Let us begin. Once I don't use 2-point perspective for this exercise. Horizontals must run parallel to the horizon, verticals must run perpendicular to it. Okay, we're doing this on purpose then. Do it in your head and by ghosting. Alright. Extending lines incorrectly. Dude. That's supposed to be horizontal. They'll start their line extension at the corner closest to them, then extend in some arbitrary direction. Wait, mistake. Guessing? You immediately give up a fair bit of flexibility in terms of how the objects you're drawing will be oriented when you choose to draw in perspective. It'll be as though everything was placed on a set grid. That's kind of the point. There's a vast advantage to this. Because the orientation of objects becomes restricted, we limit the possible behavior of every line to only a few options. Many students ignore this fact, however. They lay out their vanishing points, then assume they'll know by instinct how every line should behave. Instead of knowing, they guess. All horizontal lines run perfectly perpendicular to the horizon. All vertical lines run perfectly perpendicular to the horizon. Sorry. So find which one matches the line you're trying to draw and apply it. It is fair to say that in 1-point perspective you can have lines that don't run parallel or perpendicular to the horizon, but these rules are going to hold fast here, however, because of the purposes of this exercise. Okay. Here's what a full page would look like with all your boxes and line extensions. Okay. And he said 2 pages of this. So let's try and make this one a little faster. Just a little bit, that's all I'm asking. Vertical, horizontal. Oh, nope, right there. So then we draw the rectangle. Oops. There we are. Whoops. That was wavy. Damn, missed. There we go. Alright. Then we draw, well, you don't draw, you trace out its path to the vanishing point on every single corner. quite right. Oops. That's better. Yeah. All right. Nope. There we are. Oops. Stick to the plan. I told you how this was gonna work, hand. I'd like you to listen to me. I didn't follow the plan. There it is. Nope. Damn. Let's go with that point right there. That's on the vanishing line. Ooh, I didn't really put a lot of thought into that, did I? That was from the wrist. There we go. Oh. These are way too short to go from the shoulder. I think that's partly my fault. Just a second. My scalp itches. Oh. There we go. That's better. Put a point there. Now one point there. I want a point there. And I want a point there. Alright, perfect. Now let's draw. Oops. Oh boy. Nope, that didn't work. We couldn't stick to the plan, CJ. Alright, just build up the plan, build the plan, and then follow. There we go. Let me draw one corner. And then we get another corner. And then we get another corner. Wow. Alright, let's draw the missing lines. I didn't plan that one at all. That was from the wrist, you idiot. I curved it. Get this line. Oh dear. Oh, my back. I guess this time's going better. Oops. There we go. Oh, please stop. Gotta find some kind of camera that won't do this. I know it's like a battery saving feature or whatever, but I'm not a fan of it. the shoulder. There we go. I don't know who you are, but you're watching my stream, and that makes me happy. Thanks for that. You have no idea how encouraging that is right now. Here. Let me see about trying to get this mark exactly where it needs to be. Hello? Okay. I gotta pick a more reliable point than that. That'd be more like it. Whoops. Come on. Shit. That sucked. Nope. Couldn't follow the plan, CJ! Oh. God, my neck. Oh, yeah. I left that pen at work. Alright, let's trace my extensions. Oops. Clean that up. So let's see where my points actually land me. There, and there. It's more like there. Yeah. That one was good. Of course they would be, being so close to the vanishing point. These are what I'm worried about. That one's not so bad, actually. Neither is this one! Okay, I'm getting the hang of this somehow. I think after this I'm going to try and wrap up Season 4 of Agretsuko tonight. I was watching that earlier today. I love how cartoon stories like that can actually get my emotions flowing. I want to make stories like that. The only way I'll be able to is if I get good at drawing comics, because like hell I'm gonna have the production value of a studio that does animation. It's one of the things I didn't understand as a kid. I didn't understand what went into animation at all. These are way too... yeah, these aren't distorted enough. This one got it right, this one gets it wrong. This one will tell me whether I learned my lesson or not. I believe the point resides somewhere in there. Much like a freshman debate student, you missed it. Alright. Oh, excuse me. That was a mess. Let me see what the lesson looks like from a student's perspective. How long do they take? Wait, hold up.
You know, when I went to see her, I tried to explain that I'm doing all these things, like I'm writing a web comic, I'm writing modules, I'm doing a
The
lot of
hell?
writing in general, but
The battery die?
like, Grandma, come on.
Oh crap, the battery is dying. Huh. What a shame. Ow. Oh, come on. Open up. Ah. There we go. Alright. Fresh battery goes into the camera to charge. Oh, not to charge, to be discharged. There we go. The hot battery goes on the charger, and the fresh one goes on my desk. Now I've got to, oh boy. I'm way off center. I've been drawing off center this whole time. Oh, you poor bastards. Or did I bump my camera? I think that's what I did. Yeah, I must have. Yeah, it's a good start to try and... Okay, let's get focused. both in the camera and back on the task at hand.
I'm right. You know.
I want to hear what she was saying earlier.
Can't believe my grandma being so rude.
Oh, shooting down your dreams.
Mom, she's that. Bro, right. And alright, so why make she did. I'm sure you. Oh, alright. Yeah, oh, she. Imagine that was. I imagine that was very distracting for your date.
She's on heroin. What the hell?
I'm trying to think if this is connected to this line here.
This seems private. Should I be watching this?
Perpendicular.
No, I shouldn't be watching anything. I should be streaming my damn art practice.
Well, she's, doing that sort of Lolita fashion thing.
They're not rushed. I mean, if he recommended that one, I guess it's running at a good pace, but jeez, guys. Trying to draw for that long? It sounds like a lot of time to just sit down and do one thing. But I know myself well enough to know that I should be practicing a lot more. I said I was going to be practicing art outside of this. I haven't done that one bit. I do feel bad about that. It is getting pretty close to 9 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and actually call it. Yeah, I think that's enough for one night. I'm going to... I don't want to just end the stream all abrupt-like, but being able to draw a box in perspective, freehand, trying to get this figured out, trying to figure out exactly what it is I'm actually supposed to be doing. Well, not actually supposed to be. Figure out how to get this right. Because, like, look at this. Look at where this line is supposed to end up. If you draw it quote-unquote correctly from the point, or put the point in the correct spot. I'll draw this very lightly. Your point ends up like here. Whoops. Yeah, so the point ends up like... Oh. Yeah, and it ends up like here. That's so weird. Just that little itty bitty change makes that big a difference. God, that's crazy. Oh, at any rate, I didn't sleep too well last night and I'm very tired. So I'm going to go to bed. I may stream tomorrow, just to get a little bit more practice and figure out, wow, I'm the same volume as my music. There we go. Bring the music back down to background. Okay. Time to pack it in, I guess. I'll go ahead and... I think I will stream tomorrow. I want to do more of this. Oh. Put my pen where it belongs. There we go. And I will definitely do more I will try to do more practice outside of streaming in the first place. Yeah, definitely gonna make that a priority. So I suppose we'll finish this last panel up, and I will see you all tomorrow. So good night, everybody. Sleep well.